Hello Stampers, my name is Linda Bedinger and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Denver, Colorado. And today I have my December paper pumpkin alternatives for you. I had so much fun with this kit and I'm so glad you were able to join me today. I hope everybody had a fabulous holiday. I took a bit of a breather during that time, and so I'm back with a video today to share my paper pumpkin. I managed to steal some time and get those done. So let's just get started. Okay, so here is my paper pumpkin kit for this time. It is called Something for Everything December 2019, and let me show you some of the elements that are in this kit. There's these beautiful stickers that are in a shiny gold foil pattern, leaves and this swirl, and again there are stickers. And then there's gold rhinestones in two different sizes, and then we have the stamp set. And the stamp set, let me see if I can grab something. I don't know if that makes it better or not. It says, you're the best, love you lots, good luck, just because, so very sorry. And then some of them read the other way. It's your day, hey friend, Mr. and Mrs. Thank you, happy birthday. And let's celebrate. So there's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's 14 stamps, including this one that is just little flower stamps. So very, very nice stamp set. Good for all kinds of things throughout the year. Then let's see. The kit is meant to make 12 cards. For each of 3 different designs, and here are the bases. That's this one. Isn't that pretty? It's just gorgeous. And then it's got a solid terracotta back, white inside. There's this one, which has these shaded spruce stripes on it and a solid shaded spruce on the back side. Then we have this one, which is crushed curry polka dots with a crushed curry solid piece on the back side. So it's for each of these designs that this makes. And of course, all of the instructions for doing that are included in the kit. And then on the back of this sheet is, let me just lay those out there so you can see them, is the contents of your kit and the coordinating colors, and and they even offer some alternatives here for the kit that they've come up with. And of course, you know, I never make the kit the way they suggest. So let's see. In addition are these envelopes, an all-white envelope with this polka dotted terracotta tile flap, labels. These labels have gold edges on them and they're kind of rippled. Then these are rimmed in gold, and this one is more of a rectangular shape, and this is more bannered on 2 sides. Then there are these stickers, and there's like 4 pages of each of these kinds of stickers to go on the card. And these have flowers and polka dotted elements, leaves, and then other small flowers. So there's that. We have a terracotta tile ink spot, which is really fun. Then let's see. Other things that I used some of our polka dotted tulle ribbon. I used the woven thread sequin assortment because it has terracotta tile sequins in it, and I used a tiny bit of our linen thread. So let me start and show you what I did with this. I made 6 alternative cards, managed to steal away for a while and get some of these done. been anxious to get back to my craft room. Let's see. So this is the first card that I made. And what I did here, the other element that I took out of my own stash was I did use a little bit of terracotta tile cardstock to go with this. And if you think about this envelope, it has this beautiful, just this lovely curve. So I just chopped off a piece of that and centered it over this piece. Now, this card is the regular size, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then my layering pieces, both for the inside and the outside, are 4 by 5 1/4 in terracotta tile. Then I used Whisper White, 3 3/4 by 5 on the front. And on the inside, where I took this envelope apart, I cut out this part of the envelope, and the paper's just a little bit lighter, but I went ahead and used that as the inside of my card. And if you tore apart your envelopes, you could definitely get that kind of thing. And then I stamped those flowers on the inside there. I took a couple of those stickers that we had available. Let me just grab this so I can show you what I've done. So I used this sticker here, and I wanted it to go over this piece a little bit. And I used 2 of these stickers, and to get this one raised, what I did was I put dimensionals on the back, and then I used my embossing buddy to go over the area that was the sticky part of the sticker so that that wouldn't go down. So this one I used as a sticker. Now this flourish of leaves is this nice big flourish here. It comes out all in one piece, and once it came out, what I did was I cut it in half and then spread it apart on the card so it would fill the center a little bit more. Then I used one of the flagged happy birthdays, and I think that's a lovely little sentiment. Like I say, they're block letters, and I usually like things with more of a font, but it's nice and thin. It's not heavy, and I think it came out really pretty. And I'm really tickled with the way most of these came out. This one is card number 1. So the next one I did, this one was great fun to do. What I did was I used a white base again, and I cut, this piece is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so a quarter of a piece of Whisper White. Then I used the base that they gave me for this card, and I cut it right in half. This is 5 1/2, so that would be 2 3/4 is right in the middle. And then I used my 2-inch punch, and I cut out this circle and then put a piece of terracotta tile. This is cut 4 1/4 by 5 3/4 to make my base. And then I put this old olive piece behind here, one of the flowers, and then on the sticker piece I used the smaller of the set of stickers, and I cut one in half. So I put those behind, and then on this base, where did it go? Not this base, but the floral base. Yes, the floral base. What I did was I cut this piece in half. And then if you cut these strips at 1 3/4, you'll get 3 very similarly sized strips. One might be a tiny bit bigger, but 1 3/4. And then I cut this one down to fit on here. And I thought I just loved mixing all of those patterns. It was really fun. And then with this cutout, then my flower is highlighted, and it automatically makes the inside of the card. And I used the Feel Better Soon stamp set there. So that is card number 2. Like I said, I just had a blast with this kit. It was just lots and lots of fun. All right, so the next card, I took one of those 1 3/4 strips, and I took another piece of the envelope that was here, and those pieces are cut to 4 1/4, this piece, and this piece, and then I just mixed the patterns. I used the other half of this here, put my thank you, and I used the label that had the little gold edges on it, and I put a few sequins on it, and I used a white base, and then 4 by 5 1/4 shaded spruce, and then a 3 3/4 by 5 whisper white top layer. And on the inside, I used more of that envelope flap, a piece of the shaded spruce that I cut off of the back side of one of the other cards that I took apart, and I put a couple of those flower stickers. And what I did on these leaves on the inside was I took the leaves, I took one leaf sticker and I trimmed it so that it made smaller leaves. They looked more in scale that way, and they're all stickers, so I put them on there, and I put a couple of rhinestones in the center of my flowers, and I think that came out really pretty. So that is card number 3. Now this one is probably most like the ones in the kit, and what I did was I cut down this card here to 4 1/4, so 4 1/4 by 5 3/4, just like I would a layering piece this way. I opened it up and cut it that way, and then I put this on my measuring piece, and this is what I cut, a 1/4 of an inch along here, and then made that whole piece 4 by 5 1/4. And this is scored, of course, to fold the envelope, but I found that if you just use your bone folder on that scored piece, you can flatten that out, and you can make as big or as small a border on this side as you'd like. And it would be prettier even with a larger border, than you'd have a nice big piece to do something with on this side. But I like the idea of that little edge. And then from this sticker, there's some edges there where you can get right at 1/4 of an inch off of some of these edges here to make a strip, and that's what I used where I got that gold strip. And this one I made top folding, and then this one I put a few of those flowers, and then when you peel apart this elliptical bunch of ovals here, you're left with this beautiful shiny silver pieces or gold pieces, and I just took one of them here and added it as a decoration with a little bit of terracotta tile. So using up all of the pieces wherever I could. And I put a few rhinestones on that one. Let's celebrate. And I raised these. One leaf is flat, and the other 3 are attached to the back of this and then raised on dimensionals. So that one is card number 4. This one is a simple little card, and what I did was I used the strip, I think, that I cut off of this one, and a little piece of envelope, and I made flags. Now this little piece is 4 by 5 1/4, the terracotta tile, and then this piece in the middle is 3 1/2 by 4 3/4, I think. Yes, 4 3/4. And I just used the white, and I wrapped some of this tulle ribbon around it and tied a little bow here in the twine and added just those few little sequins. Hey friend, and then on the inside, 4 1/4 by 5, and then 4 by 5 1/4, 3 3/4 by 5, and then I just did the same thing I did on the front with the tulle ribbon, and I think it made a pretty inside. So that one is card number 5, and then this is the last one that I made. And on this one, I just cut a strip. This felt like just a lot of stripes. So I cut a piece off, and let's see what I did. So I cut it the full length, so it's the full length of the card, 5.5, and then this strip is cut 1.25 inches. So 1.25 inches, 1.25 inches. So you can probably get 3 strips across the front of this if you did it this way. If you cut it at 1 3/4 and did it this way, then you'd get the long stripes and you'd get 3. So I have lots and lots and lots and lots of material left, and made 6 cards. So this, tearing one of these down, I made 3 cards out of one. This one, there's this half and the other half, so you could make 2 cards out of each one of those fronts. I used a little bit more on this one, but this there's plenty of envelopes to get material, and there's a limited number of these kinds of stickers, but you could easily put a big circle behind these, or cut this shape out and use crafting to put some dots down on it or some kind of a pattern, or use Versamark and use your little flower stamp. So there's lots that you can do. This one is a pretty plain card, but I used the stripe, did congratulations. I used some of the rhinestones here. I used that elliptical piece, and then I put this, laid these leaves flat, raised this on dimensionals, and put some little mini dimensionals behind these flowers. And on this one I used more of that pretty gold foil that was left with the flower to decorate the inside. So there you have it. There are my alternatives for the December kit. And like I said, I had a blast. I don't know, I think this one might be my favorite. It's just so different and a little on the crazy side with all of those patterns on there, but it just appealed to me. Yeah, they're really, really fun cards this time. And boy, could you make somebody, you know, if you decided to do this, and let's say you put envelopes with all of these just plain white envelopes, and you put this set into an acetate box, wouldn't that make a lovely gift for somebody? A nice set of cards that say, get well, happy birthday, congratulations, hey friend, let's celebrate and thank you. I think it would make a lovely gift. So that are my alternatives. And I want to thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel today. I do so appreciate it. And if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. Or you could join my team. There's going to be absolutely a fabulous join offer in January. And I am doing a paper share this time. I'll have the material up on my blog on the paper share, and these cards later today or tomorrow at the latest. And my prize draw for the month of December is a bundle of your choice out of the new spring mini catalog. So, and all it takes to be in my drawing is to put an order of any size on my website, and that's lbedinger.stampinup.net, or you can get to it through my blog, www.inkingenuity.com. I'll be working on that blog. I may stick to the 2-a-week videos, Tuesdays and Fridays, for a while as I catch up that blog. I've got many, many cards that I've made that haven't been loaded on there, and I need to get that caught up and put up information about the paper share. The paper share is very affordable this time. There's 7 papers, and it's $25, and I've got pictures of the papers that'll go up, and plus shipping. And soon you'll be able to pay for it right on my blog. Right now I'd have to bill you through PayPal, but I'm going to offer that through like the 10th of January, and then order the papers and get it pulled out to people. So that's it for me today. Again, thanks so much for stopping by, and I'll be back soon with more cards, more projects, and more tips. Bye.